Kevin Hand.
And I'm Kato409.
And we're back to Danganronpa, and today, let's prove where Toko was hiding. Oh, a new element has been added to bullet time oh boy, bullet time battles. Would you like to hear more? Not really. Can we just skip the bullet time battle? So far, you've probably been pressing the left mouse button during your final strike without a second thought. Okay, now you have to select what you shoot as evidence. Alright, I already get it.
Yeah.
Alright, finishing blow, and purple tooth bullet in the coop. Okay. Now, feel if you like to this the kind, you few bills to choose from. Alright. Alright, but it was the locker, so we know what it is. I guess I'm not even gonna
Also, one of the things said, by the way, you're halfway through the game!
Did it?
Yeah, it said you're halfway through the game.
The hell? The hell is the other half of this game gonna be? There's barely any characters left. Stop cursing me.
It's a lie.
I missed. I missed.
It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. That's enough.
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
This should prove it.
Alright, I think I got her. Did it really say I was only halfway through the game?
Yeah, it said congratulations, you're halfway through the game.
Wow. Alright. Oh, that was unexpected.
They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking.
Actually, when you think about it, a hero wouldn't be able to fit in the locker. Well, then again, he fit in the pool locker, but it was probably bigger.
Yeah, but...
The locker looks too small to fit him, and his hair.
Yes. His hair especially.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up.
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura. No, I swear, there's no way.
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
What do you mean, probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head off, so I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after you left, I jumped out of the locker.
Well, a little awkward, I'd say.
Put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack
Again, it would have been
Sakura?
smarter if she just took
After
the
I put the
magazine.
magazine back,
Yes.
I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around,
Oh, she was by the magazine rack.
there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask.
Well, clearly she was out in the hallway a little bit after that, so... Oh!
Right.
You mean...
Guess it's back!
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Well, you both have a lot of fault, that's for sure.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories, so I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find. But which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just
Why she didn't
worried
reach for your
about you,
scissors?
and you're terrible. No, she's terrible. Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever.
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman. If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master.
Alright.
Go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
Damn it, bro. See, that's good. Keep talking again. He is gonna.
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Huh? I thought Yoshi had some words for Hero on that one. Yeah, she's a little bit too eager to start.
Everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Not yet? Why not yet?
Because you've done it.
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
Why didn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is. I was about to say, do we have to pick someone right now? The body, yellow powder. That's probably the file because we have to. The cause of death, probably.
Right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head.
Oh wait, status on the body. She wasn't covered in blood
You got
anymore.
me, Master. Good.
And where did the attack take
Right where I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Oh wait, status on the body in front of the shelf, which it wasn't where it was.
You were taken by surprise.
Yeah, yep.
And where did the attack
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Honestly, that statement could have worked on either one because she was A, not covered in blood anymore, and B, not in front of the shelf. But I guess that latter was the more important
The
one.
more
Upright in the
prudent
chair.
one.
Yeah.
If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally
Unless, like,
noticed.
Jill lifted her into the chair.
Yes.
Just another line
Clearly.
from a bloodthirsty serial
Yeah,
killer.
'cause she could do that with her scrawny ass body.
Sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting
Apparently
in
she
the
can
chair?
prop up dudes, so I don't know. Maybe.
Ah, you know, that's a good. Well, they're pretty. They're thin, pretty boys. So I mean,
I guess.
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone
Yeah,
who
actually
saw
looking at this
murder scenes
motherfucker, he's a
would
scrawny
say
asshole too, so yeah, I'd say so. That has to be it. Even if suppose it was an attack upon the magazine shelf. The magazine shelf bloodstain. I assume. Well, I got a heart back, so
Sakura was
I'd say so.
definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the
Even though it wasn't like an
magazine
entire
hinted
half a
that.
heart, it's like missing a little corner.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But
Plus,
Well, she wanted it
the
to be.
biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
No.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason you went Togo was hiding in the locker was because...
I was in the locker.
Yes.
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Why is there a locker in the rec room?
Okay then. Where was she hiding?
I don't know, to store, like, crap. games and stuff, but there was
Oh, I
like no
guess so.
shelves in it, so I don't know.
What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
Shot.
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
That's because you're overlooking vital information.
Probably on purpose because you are the murderer. You're missing something so important? No,
He's very passionate about ending everything.
Maybe it's... Yeah, that's not helping. Again, I was already convinced that she did it, but... Marker with file or the yellow powder.
What was it that killed Ogre?
Let me just look at all the statements
It
first.
wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack.
Okay, I already got it.
What was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to...
No.
Alright, yeah, that's pretty easy. That's pretty straightforward.
To the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean... Maybe when she got hit with the bottle, she cut the inside of her mouth.
Yeah, clearly. That's how that works.
The file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You look that close.
In there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poison?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
Oh my god, you.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can... explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
Well, to be fair, he thought he did it, so...
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Oh yeah, poison Yaki showed to us. I'm sure we know we got it from Section A.
The poison was
That one didn't have a
actually
joke
Section A,
answer.
wasn't
I'm
I
sad.
should have said like Section Z or Section like Triple X or
You
something.
just said
God.
that Section A was for supplements or
Or like had a
whatever.
numbered section.
Strange,
Yes.
isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Oh. I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and killed himself. if he would have actually done that, that would have been amazing. We're so shocked at what we were
Danganronpa
seeing. All
outtakes.
we could do is stand there and watch. And then turns out he was wrong, yeah, and he just dies. But it seems the most natural thing in the world. Byakuya was as calm as ever.
That tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein? Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
You could take the bottle from Byakuya and scrape out a bit of the contents with one finger. You touch a finger to a tongue.
It's protein powder.
Insert, Jill being like, you indirectly made out with him now.
I have to kill you.
Correct. That wasn't poison.
Especially
in the
didn't,
bottle,
actually.
but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder,
Oh, well, this powder wasn't,
the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The bottle of poison that was actually filled with protein powder. I mean, that conversely, the poison must have been in... No, another one of these. The protein!
I was clicking too fast, and then I like took a big chunk off my HP. I'm very happy about that.
Give me a T. T. And an E. Drink. There we go.
Now I understand.
I kind of like those though. Honestly, my least favorite is the
To the protein.
frickin' rhythm game.
I don't like the rhythm game either, but I don't like Hangman's Gambit either.
I don't know, I think they're interesting in any case.
If the protein
Good or
is
not, they're
poison
interesting.
bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the
No.
protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Don't forget the scene. A Monokuma bottle!
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
No? I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
Even if Toshi switched them, it has to be the footprints.
Yeah.
Really?
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected.
Makes me wonder how the other powder even fell. That's what I want to know.
What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me. The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna
I like Monokuma's little like ooh, look at that in the background there.
I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected.
Yeah, same here.
The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
You could be wearing sneakers, y'all. I like how he has to refer to himself in the third
You
person.
and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours? No! Okay then, let me see your shoes and I'll confirm your size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility. Just Hina. Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Yeah, well, I have to agree with that one.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she drowned it. All at once. And then...
Hold it!
I think it's the wrong game, Kyoko.
I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism, but there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well... that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Was it assisted suicide then?
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious. Too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder. And that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Then there should have been footprints there. Isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. Then let's cover the full truth of this case. Trace of powder, footprints in the powder.
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
Okay.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A.
So
And
that's
that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate it?
Alrighty.
First
Oh, I
went
thought you got it.
and he spilled some of the
Not
powder
yet.
on the- yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm ahead a little bit.
Okay.
Just let me know when you get to a
I moved
flashback.
From Section C.
No, that's wrong.
Point out the contradictions now, so I'll let you know when I'm in the flashback.
You said you went to get the poison from Section
I didn't
C.
even know that you weren't
And
on that.
that's where you spilled the powder, right?
No, I
thought you got
let
it.
the thing run first.
What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
Okay, flashback.
Okay. I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
Also, that's definitely how that scene happened.
Yes,
What the?
I voiced
Hina,
that.
what's the meaning of this?
No, also I mean like the way that the scene was set up there in the flashback.
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well, you see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account. Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence?
Damn it!
Well, there can't be.
You can't just update the court record like
Who do you
that.
think you are, Edgeworth?
After all,
God.
you're the one.
I'm going to update the autopsy report.
Yes.
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
Hey, I don't like that grave oversight joke. What are you trying to imply here?
I found this.
Piece of glass?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then, Makoto, why don't you explain it? Huh?
Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Sounded like glass and okay, it's a rec room now.
I got it! It's
Monica
part
Mavada.
of the window
Yes.
from the rec room door, right?
A window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
You think the bottle should not have been when I broke the rec room window? On that A shelf.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the
Wait,
rec
so
room.
from what I'm gathering now, it's implying that Sakura did this to herself, but then, like, does that mean that nobody gets killed for this one? Because nobody really committed the
It
murder?
was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked, but how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked?
Wait, how did the bottle get back?
I have no idea.
Because Hina never left the... Huh? That's
We
weird.
already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all.
Now, Kyoko, you know that's
Just
a
answer
loaded
to
question.
the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
Like he's getting mad at because of that. The reason he can say is because there's evidence. Yeah, it was on top of the thing. Okay, so it's the empty drink.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until
Oh,
the
God.
locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
Byakuya's having a bit of a
No,
villainous
that's
breakdown.
impossible.
Yes.
It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before.
What?
No, that's wrong.
Oh, yeah, well, that was pretty
You
simple.
remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
Wait, what, did he do it?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the
Because
case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
he's basically the only one who went to the chem lab and who could have put the bottle back. Huh.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right?
Oh, it was Sakura because she had the powder on her shoe.
What do you think, Makoto?
You only get the poison in the chem lab, brought into the rec room. It had to have been
I
Sakura.
got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
Not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Oh, great.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong!
That's pretty easy.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
So the powder, source of the powder, footprints in the powder. Shit. Oh, shit.
Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Stop talking!
Did you get it?
No.
Do you have any kind
Oh,
of
was it
proof
the yellow
Sakura
powder
took the
then?
poison?
It was yellow powder.
Okay.
This should prove it.
I like how I freaked out. I'm like, wait, no, it was like the fact that she had it on her shoe, but like,
Hina,
I think.
did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain
Oh, okay.
yellow
I thought the yellow powder was
to it?
legit just like the powder that was on the floor in the chem lab, like not the one that was on her shoe.
Yeah.
Alright.
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab.
Every powder in this case is yellow powder, though, so.
That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
When it killed Sakura, next time you talk about the poison, the unsolved mystery behind the locked room, there's only one way to explain it. Select someone! Except we're gonna have to select someone who's not here!
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it, but when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because of course. Yeah, she was rid of.
Yakio wanted to create it.
Mystery was created by
Well, I did,
Sakura.
but
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you?
oh wait, she did go get the others. She did actually have a time to do it.
When we
Oh,
found the
yeah, she
body,
did. Oh,
you
okay.
stayed right there near the door.
I like how I remember the split second
Already
before
knew Sakura was
they
dead.
showed it.
And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
Zero line. Whatever you guess.
I was a little behind, sorry.
It's okay.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others.
Shaky legs. You left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room,
Back to you.
Okay. I got everyone.
Ogre!
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
Wait, was she like that?
Was she like that?
Yeah. Now I'm thinking, like, wait.
No,
what?
no, she was Jill. She was Jill. Because she was Jill because of
Oh yeah,
when
and,
she hit her.
Yeah, no, because I was surprised when she was Toko back in the room. Alright, that makes sense, yeah. Sakura's been killed. I see.
while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, you should have noticed. You should have been the first one to
Jill just
run up
keeps
to
making that
Sakura's
face.
lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death.
Which is really fucking stupid on your end. Like, I get why you did it, but, you know, you kind of were risking everybody's fucking lives with doing that.
That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is! Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Roy, let's do the comic. Alrighty.
I like Toko in this art style. And also Yasuhiro looks very interesting.
Alright. Shouldn't there be one of oh, you can go way more this side. Let's see this. Yeah, I'm getting it. And he's like, no, fuck that noise. You want a piece of candy? Oh yeah, I guess I do, man, but...
Oh yeah, I remembered reading about this. Okay, yeah, so it's this one. Okay.
Alright. I think so. This is coming out. To her. I think that should be it.
The killer is.
I like how in the final two panels they didn't bother coloring the arms gray.
Okay.
This case began when
Yes,
Sakura
I noticed
asked
that
a
too.
number of people to
Well, I guess
meet her
because she
in the
didn't do it technically.
Even though she's gray in the thing for some reason.
Oh, well, she didn't notice.
Yes.
Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly
like how
thought
he's
Sakura
like,
was going to try to kill him.
oh, I killed her, but you know, might as well eat the candy. Let's not waste it.
Oh shit, how did they fuck that up? Hold on.
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it, thinking he'd killed her.
Oh,
He
whoops.
hastily
Okay, I see
began
that.
covering up his crime.
Alright.
He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up
I like
the
her,
broken Monokuma bottle
Not
shards
animation, but
and
the
the
way that
blue
she's
chest
drawn
piece.
running.
Yes.
And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario. and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there.
I like how I like how
Window to get inside.
when they discovered the body, they block out Hina, even though we all know she was there.
But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can.
What the fuck is Jill doing that top panel?
They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina. That's the full truth of the case.
But what does that mean, though?
Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
B A B B A B Steve. I got 102 medals, but not that I really need them anymore.
I only got 98 medals. Why do you always get more medals than me, but you do worse than me? I got A's all throughout.
Oh, thank you for that. That makes me feel better about myself. Maybe I do better on parts that give more points. I don't know.
Maybe,
you
yeah.
guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
God. Makes you wonder what's gonna happen here, and then he, like, revives her just to kill her.
That'd be fucked up.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did, though. 'Cause he is fucked
Or like
up
brings
that.
her corpse in to execute her corpse.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire...
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So, that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why'd you try to cover up what happened?
Wait, why is there a candle, like one of those like Hanukkah candle things in the
Yeah,
background?
I was wondering
of
that
the
earlier,
Egyptian-
but I didn't.
What the hell?
Yeah, I noticed that. If the truth had come to light, you'd have died along with the rest of
What are you
us.
thinking?
And yet, why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted!
What?
I mean, the truth Sakura died. It's all because you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her.
God,
So
you're
that's
you're
why-
you're literally willing to kill us all.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died. You don't mean you're gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes.
God, you're fucked. Serious? That's...
What
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this.
Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hands.
That's...
I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note.
Suicide note?
Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed into the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down! You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine.
I can't calm down! I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now, you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive.
my closest friend got hurt!
Sakura.
Because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility.
Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't! Don't you see how dangerous that is?
Don't worry, I just want to talk to them.
But,
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you...
Hina, please don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
They're... no, okay.
Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet... You trampled all over her feelings, and you did the unthinkable.
No, that was just a misunderstanding.
what are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without a single question, you tried to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's how far you pushed her. Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina, you came.
We were here. I'll help you out. Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you.
What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
A favor?
Some protein.
Could I ask you to?
Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she asked for, and when I got there I saw the powder, and that's when I realized I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could, but by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Please let me in! Open the door! Why?
Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weakness just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That weakness? That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it.
Hina.
We all killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner. We murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live.
And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial.
Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets, but even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, well, it is kind of 5 AM right now, but I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What did you say?
Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your opinion of what her suicide note meant.
Of course I know what she was thinking, cause her and me.
Well, what I'm really trying to say is, don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? Like, if it was really like this.
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note.
What? But he already...
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby. Aren't I a little devil? This one is Sakura addressed to Hina and put in a room.
What? Then you lied to me?
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it all sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I couldn't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. I didn't even have Sakura's signature on it.
You filthy little...
I'm not filthy, I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did it affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? It's all part of the production process. Okay, and scene cut!
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna
I'm glad you asked. For the benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice. But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
Hold on.
This is just so unfortunate. Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of this story. The truth gets lost in the darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, jeez. Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in the strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
See, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 400
I
years.
couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch. So even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. Because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They probably were worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. More than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that is how I came to feel.
So, that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course! Because of that, I decided to reveal his secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic? Or just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end just with me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew eventually it would have escalated into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get the situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told, and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
The Masterminds demand that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us. She wanted to stop us from fighting. To protect us?
I was about to say, that sounds a lot more likely.
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this, because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry. But please, don't be sad. If I can't thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I've chosen. This is the only way I've left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring this class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest up to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Doko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully, then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But
This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close. And still...
what are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, it death had no purpose at all! In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit a big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Woo! Now then, the next victim has been decided.
What do you mean the next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Hmm?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste. Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends. We need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody else can blame he either.
When you're not just a spy, it never really mattered. Because the one we need to destroy is you. Nobody else.
What the heck? That's not how it's supposed to go! But anyway, not sure about that. This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember? Your enemy is each other! He's absolutely right about that. Ah, lovely Byakuya. You understand, don't you? This life or death elimination match, the only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of this game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game. Damn. Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fears for this game.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There's no point in participating in a game which has lost the sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it. What's going on here? Now I only have one thing to look forward to.
It's all clear now.
And that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me.
Byakuya, does this mean...
Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking.
Sure. Wherever Master goes, I go! And if I find the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire!
Everyone!
Hey. Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning?
How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time!
the heck?
The fun time.
I'm 11 and I'm doing the Genocide Jill voice, like, I think my roommates might actually kill me.
Well, it's 5:16 for me, so... Anyway, let's forget that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track! It's the moment you've all been waiting for! Punishment time!
Wait, but Sakura's technically the killer, right? And she's dead!
You're not gonna...
Is it me?
Oh, heavens no! Just because the Blacken is dead doesn't mean you can't just sub in whatever old student I want! Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the bear times one rule.
Listen up!
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste. So for my special punishment, I've prepared a special guest.
Special guest?
Let's give it everything we've
Oh my
got.
god.
It's punishment time!
I don't know if I like where this is going.
Do you have any idea where he's going with this? Because it's sad.
I'm trying to think. Oh! Oh!
Yeah, it's sad.
Wait. Wait, no, I don't actually know where he's going with this.
Just click.
Oh! Oh, god damn it. I was joking about that! I thought he was just gonna pull out the 16 students and just kill them right up. God. I'd actually totally forgotten about that.
Yeah. It's sad.
God. Well, that was
It's very
unnecessary.
sad.
I thought he was gonna like just go through it himself or like do some other crap, but I didn't see
No.
that one coming.
He got the computer.
Oh. You! You suck, man! You turned him into a hang-up monk of junk! I can't even say it anymore! Ooh, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. And I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, broiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence. Grilled, it's where it's at.
I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. Alter ego tore its way through my heart and soul. My disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling all over. Bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you! That was my friend! How dare you kill him!
What's the matter?
Huh? Your friend's on a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next, friends with the basketball?
Shut the hell up! It wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend. And you killed him.
Is that what you call animism? Where a soul dwells within a living thing? Even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. The bottom line is, it got in my way. I was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So, you finally noticed him.
Finally? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop. I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all going to play out from the start.
What?
What are you thinking?
You knew? And you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data on the laptop, it was, I guess you could call it the gift from me to you. Or maybe, more like a reward, in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult. So of course, I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, you know, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. Alter ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed.
Ooh, yeah, the punishment this time has made me feel 1,000,000,000 times better. Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower.
No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday, you will pay for this.
Holy moly, you're super mad. Like, just unreasonably upset.
Well?
Okay, time to bring things to a close, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a little bit more left in Sakura's note.
Huh?
Pooh. Do I have your attention? Okay then, here we go. Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing though, Hina. There's something I want you to tell the others. Hopefully, we'll act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of the school.
What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on about the whole time I've been here. So I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is...
Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another word and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory. Okay, don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today. Boy, you can't just stop at the most important bit. Makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad that you don't even friggin' know, huh? That's the whole point, stupid. It's to get back at you for all the hardening your resolve.
Fine, but at least Sakura's note.
Like I'd ever let any of your greaseballs have it.
But
Sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What is it now?
There's one last line in the note. Just let me say this to the mastermind. I'm not just gonna lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard. No matter what. And that's seriously it. Huh? Wow! Stubborn loser, huh?
You won't lay down and die. She'll fight you.
Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know. It's quite late already. And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets in the outside world? Ooh, think about that. Think long. Think hard.
Just was pointing what to us before disappearing. What's that all about? Sakura's final message? The last clue to help us solve the mystery of this school? The mastermind did something to us. Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Who?
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are you saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plan to bomb us or something? If we're trying to leave the school, a sensor goes off, and your bomb explodes? I see stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo,
So, the class trial's over and Monokuma's gone.
but
Now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there to do other than head back up?
Oh yeah, okay. Let's get out of here.
But
You must still feel responsible.
Dial back that ego a bit, girl.
look who's fucking talking!
The kind of mystery that someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of a challenge.
What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones who figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up.
Seriously, I'm sorry.
How many times do you plan to apologize? How would you make that with the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try. Huh? That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No.
No! I cannot suffer the existence of someone else who disturbed the road between me and Master!
Oh my god.
What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleaze ball.
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeball, because you are, sleazeball.
Apparently you still have a death wish.
Sorta. Oh, more biting sarcasm? No wonder you don't have any friends.
No.
Hey, stop funny with Master! You're making me jealous! What? You're making me jealous! I want the abuse, give and take! Me!
I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how this is for now.
And I'm just standing here in the middle, man. Get me out of here.
My glasses are all fucked up.
And so, Sakura's class time came to an end. We returned to the world of Hope Speak Academy. The story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. Go back to our rooms. Before long, night snuck upon us.
Night came all upon us.
Ding dong, bing bong.
I don't want to see your ugly face right now, Monokuma, fuck you.
It is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be... Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone.
Like skipping through his dialogue and making him sound weird.
Night time descended, pulled me down along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep. But the night still wasn't over for me. Except,
I think it was, because we have been here for an hour and a half in this video, because I didn't want to interrupt the scene at the end there, so or
That
the
was,
post-trial thing. So
That was a good cry I had. That was a good cry.
yeah, that one. That one got to me a little, so...
God, in the original playthrough it made me cry too, so I was like, is it gonna make me cry again? Because it's rare for things to make me cry twice, but that made me cry twice, so
well, I don't know what
even worse than the first time.
Well, I don't know what specifically got to you, like the computer part, or like...
No, the Sakura part. I'm stunned you didn't hear that.
No, I did that too, but like, I heard like you were also getting like...
Oh, but the computer also made me cry. Both of them made me cry.
So that's why I was like, okay, no, because the former was the one that got to me. I was like, damn, that's...
Yeah, it's very...
Yeah.
Oh my
Anyways,
God.
we should end off here. So for now, we're gonna thank you guys all for watching, and we'll see you guys all next time. When we'll see what the night holds for Makoto. So for now, I'm gonna say goodbye.
Bye!